Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Matt, and you've reached King Trident's Tribe. Hello, Tribe. How's all these beautiful people that's visiting my channel? I hope each one of you is having a great week and, spreading the love and light throughout the world. I'm going to timestamp this video so that way that the impatient people can jump straight to the message because I have a tendency to ramble on. But I'd just like to thank all of my subscribers, everybody that's watched my videos, shared, liked, commented. I'm very appreciative for each one of you. And even the dislikes. The dislikes play a huge portion in the analytics and getting the video out to that one person that needs it. So I'm very appreciative for that. So this week I started being a little bit more proactive and started writing my book. I don't know how long it's going to take me to write it, but I started, so that's a start. So, I believe the title of the book is going to be You Are Stronger Than the Storm, but we'll see. Anyhow, and as I mentioned on my community section about a week ago, I'm not a very personal person. I am a very private person. Sorry, personable. Private person. So, and I don't share a lot of details about me, but I think this is the right time for me to be able to share some additional things that I think that it'll be good for the viewers to actually know about me. So I just never, for one thing, I don't like talking about myself, and that's kind of weird. And the other thing is I'm a private person, and I just respect everybody's privacy, and but I think this will be good. So anyway, energy is still strong. I think that's going to continue throughout the end of the year, and I feel great, and I hope each one of you feels great. And coming to my channel, hopefully you get healing, love, and light from the messages that I'm presenting. So I'm going to continue on with the last message, when the DM's pain forces separation, but this is going to be part 2, and we're going to go on the detail on how to handle this situation. So anyway, let's move on to the message. So when the DM's pain forces separation, what do? I mean, it's pretty confusing at times. It seems like, this is a very simple, the divine connection, twin flame is very simple, but it seems complicated. And so that's what we're trying to do is to unravel all the complexities and make it simple because it is simple. So we'll start out with, most of the time, whenever separation happens, these are some of the questions that's asked. Most want to know, how do I move forward when my DM, even DS, is not doing their inner work? Am I supposed to move forward? How can I awaken my DM? What if my DM chooses not to awaken? Wonder what it should do. So this journey can be confusing, as I mentioned, and especially at this particular moment on the journey. I mean, you met this awesome person that just shook your whole life up. I mean, when you met them, it probably felt like lightning struck you. I mean, it's like you met a movie star, that you are some person that's, is just, it's like you were starstruck, is the best way to put it, I guess. So, and then after you meet them, and if, once separation happens, then they run, ghost, and block. And really they're showing symptoms of the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, two different people. And most of the time we focus on them. Well, this is the point we should be taking back our energy and focusing on ourselves and releasing your divine counterpart. A large portion of us do not follow this this recipe for success, and we end up taking remedial courses, like myself. And then what happens is we go into the runner and chaser, where one person's running away, which is usually the DM, running from his pain, running, and I say him, it's an energy, so I'm not meaning a physical him, but they're running away. They don't want to deal with their personal development, self-improvement and personal healing, and they just want to like lock everything away, ignore it, and run away. Run away, little boy, run away. Which wastes more of our time and energy. These are situations that is meant to teach you and identifying necessary healing and self-improvement, deliberate development that is required by yourself. Because, twins are mirroring, and, you might not be physically doing the same thing as them, but they're showing you that something that's within you that you need to heal or you need to concentrate on. Because, if you're chasing, it's the same thing as running. Running, chasing, both of those energies are not good. And because we are wearing love goggles, we lost track of ourselves. We lost track of who we are and our purpose. And we wonder, what's wrong with them? When we have some glaring repairs that need to be addressed within us. So back to the questions. Am I supposed to move forward? How do I move forward? Can I awaken my DM? What if he chooses to ignore moving forward? Well, here's the answer, and it's very simple. The answer is centered within each of you. Your intuition and your soul. Your actions and choices energetically reflect to the world what you're wanting. If you want a scrub or a clown that keeps fumbling your crown and don't perform any of the necessary inner work and keep diminishing your light, then keep on chasing them. Keep on waiting. Don't set boundaries and don't perform any of the necessary inner work that is required by yourself. And if this is not what you want, then pick yourself up. Straighten your crown and take back your power. And work on balancing your Holy Trinity, your mind, body, and soul. Become centered, become balanced. And learn what your God-given abilities are. And move as the queen you are, or empress if you choose that term, empress, with the energy that no scrub, and TLC, no scrubs is going to touch your crown. Get the dirty little Pop-Tart fingers off my crown. If they're not a king, then they can pound sand. And that's the way you should feel. In the most loving way, of course. That's the energetic signature that you're owning and sending out to the universe. My DM isn't awakened, so what? So what? Your DM is your DM, you are you. What do you have control of? What's in your span of control? Your DM's not in your span of control, but you are in your span of control. And you have a special purpose here on Mother Gaia, and you have a special mission that you have to complete, no matter if your DM decides to wake the fuck up or not. Excuse my language. So you say, I told my DM about the connection and he ignored. Of course he ignored. He's probably in his ego. Cool, he ignored it. Move forward in your power. If your DM is not mirroring you, meaning king equals a queen, not joker equals a queen, then that's your answer. Stop giving away your power, chasing, staying stagnant, waiting. Instead, evolve and step into your mission. Stop swerving and start swerving. You're a queen. And don't wait on no one. If they are meant to be in your life, then they will be. And you'll be in theirs. Divine timing is a hell of a power. It is. Divine timing is a hell of a power. When you do what you need to do, abundance flows, energy flows. When you don't, it blocks the energy. It puts a personal block. Be the change that you want to see. Release all and be the energy. Be in that energy. I'm happy if my twin is with me, but I'm just as happy as if they're not. I am a balanced queen that is being the change that is needed on Mother Gaia, spreading love and light and kicking ass one day at a time. Realize who you are. Wake up, and rise up. Rise up into the queen that you are. So whenever your DM decides to, do some magic tricks and disappear, run, block, ghost you, or any other Joker type energies, realize you have no control over them, but you do have control over yourself. And maybe you're reflecting out into the universe, what you want in your life. And we need to remove our power, energy away from those people, including your divine counterpart, and refocus it on yourself and work on balancing your Holy Trinity, your mind, your body, your soul. Become balanced, step it into your mission. That's what's important. And then once you do that, everything else takes care of itself. We don't have to worry about asking the question of, what if my DM doesn't wake up, or can I awaken my DM, or, it has to be their personal choice whether or not they awaken. Trust me on that. I went through a lot of, different situations because I was a brick, and, I was in my ego, and, it took a lot of things. It took 3 awakenings, a dark night of the soul. Basically, my life had to crumble down, and basically out with the old, in with the new. And that can take a while. There's no timetable. Everybody's timetable is different, just like everybody's life timetable is different. You have the imaginary timer above your head with different amounts, grains of sand in that timer. Each person has different amounts of grains of sand in their timer. You don't know when the last grain of sand is going to go through. That goes with, how long it takes your DM to awaken. Maybe they'll never awaken. I don't know. But the one thing I do know is that you are a queen, that you do have a huge portion for a special mission here on Mother Gaia, and you're supposed to be spreading the love and light and becoming balanced and taking advantage of your God-given abilities. So anyway, guys, I really appreciate each one of you, and I hope you have a great weekend. And just remember, the 3 most important things in life is peace, love, and happiness. I'll see you guys later.